Hey folks, I'm Brad here. I'm here with my little girl Reba. She's part Rockwall and part Lab. My little girl. Yep. So here in the backyard, just want to give y'all some more education and updates. A lot of people talk about, do you have a moral obligation to pay a debt? So first, I want to talk about this. Okay, I get this. Say you owe money to somebody. Say that say John owes me money, or say I owe John money. If I owe John money, I should pay John back. That's the right thing to do, bar none. If you owe somebody, you should pay them back. Anybody I've ever owed, I pay back. People owe me, they don't always pay me back. People owe you and they don't pay you back. So that's one scenario. I totally get that. But do you have a moral obligation to pay a collection company for a debt that was owed to a creditor? Let's talk about that. So, say Sears, you owe Sears money, right? Sears, JCPenney's, Dillard, Joe money. You owe them money in 2010, $1,000. What they do is they take it and they charge the debt off. When they charge the debt off from their taxes, they get a tax credit for the money they never collected from you. So the debt is wrote off. So what happens is a collection company will come along and they'll pay 5 to 10 cents on the dollar minimum. And then they will come to you and say, hey, you owed Sears $1,000 or JCPenney's, whoever, and they'll say, you owe us $1,000 now. They paid 5 to 10 cents on the dollar for that debt. So let's look at that. They paid $50 to $100 for the debt. Now they're coming to you and they'll tell you, you should pay your debts, and they want you to pay $1,000, but they paid $50 to $100 for it max. Then people want to shame you until you have a moral obligation to pay a debt to a collection company who bought it for 5 to 10 cents on the dollar, this $50, $100, and it was $1,000 debt, and they want you to pay a full $1,000. So how is that right? They paid $50 to $100 for it, they want you to pay $1,000. What kind of moral obligation do you have to somebody if they bought a debt and they're in business to make a profit? They buy a debt for pennies on the dollar. They come to you and tell you owe this $1,000, and they'll even give you a 50% off until you pay $500. That's still 10 times what they paid for it. Why do you owe them money just because they bought a debt? They're in business to make a profit. So please save that bullcrap about a moral obligation to pay a debt when it's not the original creditor. If it was original person, yes, pay them. But if you bought a debt for pennies on the dollar and you think you're going to shame me and tell me I have a moral obligation to pay somebody a debt, please save that for somebody else. I get comments all the time on my Facebook about how you're telling people not paying their debts. I never said that. I said don't pay somebody that purchased a debt that's trying to make a profit off you as a consumer. That's stupid. I'd never do it, and neither should you. Give us a call if you have concerns, questions. If you've got collection companies, send you letters, or if there's any collection accounts in your credit reports, if they don't take it off, then we can sue them in court. It's a violation. They never have all the documents required to be able to collect a debt. They'll bullcrap you and tell you they do, but they never provide it. So we're one of the only credit restoration companies I know that actually knows all the documents required and will push forward with a lawsuit to help you. Most credit repair companies just send out more and more letters, and collection companies get that, so they ignore the letters and they keep the crap on your reports. So if you know what's required by law, you can hold them to it, and we do that as a company. Give us a call, 903-581-4900, extension 1, 903-581-4900, extension 1. Please share this. Have a good day. Look forward to reading your comments and replying.